Hello, I am Matt, and this is Ghosthropology, Episode 0, The Introduction. I suppose you downloaded this episode so that you'll have an idea of what the show proper will feature. This show will feature ghost folklore, which includes both well-known stories and small personal encounters, all ultimately unverifiable, but all presented by people as true. I will tell you the story, after which I will discuss elements of the story that I think are particularly interesting. I've had a fascination with ghost stories since childhood. The fictional stories, whether written or filmed, always left me cold. It was the allegedly true stories, both in the form of legends and as stories people would simply tell of their own experiences, that really grabbed my attention and fired my imagination. I grew up around people who loved to tell supernatural tales. Whether it was the pious woman who lived across the street who would tell us tales of demonic possession to warn us away from Ouija boards, the stories that we shared as kids about the rundown church next to our school that we were all convinced was haunted, or my cousin who would spin lengthy yarns about the various weird doings at the ranch where he grew up. In my day job, I work as an anthropologist and an archaeologist. Yep, that's an actual job and a pretty good one, despite what the annual list of most useless majors that seems to circulate would have you think. Hence the name Ghosthropology. Allegedly true ghost stories are a form of folklore, stories that people tell for entertainment and also to convey information or meaning. Sometimes the purpose, nature, and meaning of the stories are not clearly visible to those telling them, but that doesn't change the fact that these ideas and themes conveyed in these stories give them their staying power. As an anthropologist, I have a desire to go beyond the story itself and to look at what makes it tick, what patterns exist in ghost folklore, and what makes people want to share it, and ultimately, why people so often believe it. I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, but I do accept that people have had weird experiences that they are unable to explain. How and why they tell others about these stories fascinates me. I hope that you, my listener, are fascinated too. Please join me as I use this podcast to share stories that I've collected over the years and discuss what I find interesting, unique, or sometimes just fun about each of them. And if you've heard a weird tale, have had a strange experience of your own, or know a bit of local lore that should get a wider audience, please feel free to contact me at ghosthropology@gmail.com. That's GHOSTHROPOLOGY at While I don't know when, where, or how you're listening to this, I hope it's dark outside. That is the best time for ghost stories.
Spooky.